Today's the day. You've worked hard all your life and you're finally able to retire. Congratulations. No more anyone telling you what to do. You can lay around all morning, sip your morning coffee, do the crossword puzzle, and then do whatever you want whenever you want. You've earned it. No more bosses telling you when to be in. No more bosses piling on stress and extra work. You have worked hard and this is your time of life. But no matter how prepared you were for your retirement, for most of us, it's an even bigger adjustment than we thought it would be. And with any adjustment, there's a few things that we need to be aware of. So today, I share with you the 4 phases of retirement, what to look for, some tips and tricks to help you through all of the phases so that you can make your retirement the best years of your life. I'm Maureen Dobransky, and this is Life Starts at Retirement. So let's start with a little bit of retirement history. Back in 1950, the average life expectancy of someone in Canada was 68 years old. So if you retired at 65, you got 3 short years of retirement, just 3 years. And then in 1975, the average age of life expectancy of a Canadian was 73. So that's still only 8 years of retirement. But fast forward to the year 2022, and the average life expectancy now is almost 85 years old. So that's 20 years at least of retirement. And that's if you wait to retire until you're 65. So what are you going to do with those years? How are you going to be busy and have fun and make these years the best years of your life? Well, I believe it's by learning and understanding the 4 phases of retirement. So let's take a peek at them. We'll learn a bit about them, laugh a bit about ourselves, and really work on making those the best years of your life. Phase number 1 is what I call this is it. Yes, this is it. I'm finally retired. I've worked hard. I've saved all my money, and this is it. Again, I can do whatever I want, whenever I want, however I want, with whoever I want. No more schedules, no more routines, no more having to be somewhere at a certain time. What I do is up to me. This is it. Typically at this stage of retirement, the emotions are positive and we're excited. We can travel, we can golf, we can hike. Heck, we could just sit all day long on the couch and read a good book, something we haven't been able to do in years and years and years because we've been so stressed and so busy. So this is it. In this stage, a lot of people will bring out their bucket list and dust it off and start achieving and checking off some of those bucket list items. Again, because there's no structure, no routine, this is it. So if phase 1 was this is it, phase 2 is what I call, is this it? See, at the end of phase 1, although we loved our freedom and our no structure, after a year or so, some of that can even become a little bit boring. We find that we miss the lack of structure. We miss a bit of routine. And this is in phase 2 is where we come face to face with the reality of living day to day in our new reality. See, we experience the loss of our relationships from work. We experience the loss of our work identity. So our identity is questioned. We experience the loss of routine, the loss of structure, and we're moving forward without a plan on how to do that. Again, the loss of your identity, the loss of your structure, the loss of your routine, the loss of your relationships, the loss of your purpose, and we experience those losses all at once. For many of us, we were so focused on the this is it phase of traveling, of golfing, of doing whatever we wanted, whenever we wanted, that we didn't see the losses coming. And so I've heard a lot of experts now say that there can be 3 D's of retirement: depression, decline, and divorce. So let's take a look at each of those 3 D's in a little bit more in depth. So number 1, depression. There's so much help and hype out there while you're working about your work-life balance and how you need to, have stress and take care of stress. But once you're retired, there really is no one talking about the depression that happens when you retire. I think what happens is when you retire, it's supposed to be your golden years. It's supposed to be the best years of your life. So if you experience depression, you don't want to talk about it because people will look at you like you're crazy and that it's all your own fault. So there is even a study out there that I took a peek at. It's from the Institute of Economic Affairs that says when you first retire, you feel great, probably because the lack of stress and the addition of downtime in your life. But as your retirement moves on, there is a tendency to feel somewhat depressed. Again, those losses that you're feeling. And so it's even been said that up to 40% more of people that will feel depressed when they're retired, 40% more of depression. So that's something we need to talk about and something we need to be aware of. So the second one, decline. So many people, when they retire, again, at the beginning of their retirement, they go out and they do everything and they try everything and they experience new things. But again, over time, that has a tendency to sort of drop off. And then the natural aging progression can be even accelerated, and therefore it can be declining. So it's something to be aware of and to keep yourself busy and challenged, both physically and mentally. And then the third D of retirement is divorce. Now, I had no idea this was even such a thing, but it is such a thing to the point where in North America, they've even named it, they've got a nickname for it. They call it the gray divorce. And even in the UK, another nickname, they call it silver splitters. So it is really a thing. In fact, divorces over the age of 65 have tripled since 1990. Tripled. I had no idea. So once again, the 3 Ds are really something to be aware of. And if you find yourself falling into 1, 2, or all 3 of those, get help because there is help available for you. And many people move back and forth between phase 1 and phase 2 almost their whole retirement. And here's just an example. So a couple of weeks ago, we were still in Arizona and I went golfing with a bunch of ladies that I had met. We had a blast. Golfing, laughing, just teasing each other. It was awesome. Then we went for dinner and had a glass of wine again, laughing so hard I was almost crying. And on the way home in the car, I'm going, yes, this is it. This is what life is all about. This is what retirement is all about. And I got home and I walked into the condo and there was another hockey game on, and the condo was a mess. And I went, is this it? Back and forth is 100% normal. Just keep an eye on those 3 Ds and make sure you reach out for help if you need it. So phase 3 is what I call find what you love. Really and truly, at this stage, it's a reorientation. It's a little bit of trial and error. But if you find that you're missing routine and structure and you're missing a sense of purpose, now is the time to find out who you are. And you do this by asking yourself a series of questions. Things like, what motivates me? What excites me? What do I love to do? Even asking yourself, what did I love about my work life? What do I miss about my work life? What would I just love to get up and be excited for? Those are the type of questions that you need to ask yourself in phase 3. And you'll try a few things. Some will work, some won't. Try another one. If you like it, stick with it. Some will work for today and some will work forever and ever. But the more you experiment with it, the more you try new things, the quicker you can move into phase 4. If phase 3 was called Find What You Love, phase 4 is called Love What You Find. Once you experiment with some things, once you find some things that just give your life that passion, that purpose again, that's when you find that your life will give you, well, life again, that you'll have fun again, and that you'll begin to get more comfortable with what you do. Most retirees go back and forth between all of the phases many times in their retired life. And that is perfectly normal to go back and forth. And again, just like you did in your job, you'll find something that you love. And then a year or two down the road, you're going to go, no, you know what? I need a new challenge. Maybe I want to meet some new friends. Maybe I'm in a new city or a new RV park or wherever you might be. And you just want to try something different. And just like you did in your work life, you would polish off your resume and do it again. And this time, you ask yourself those questions again. What gives me life? What do I want to try? What have I always wanted to do? And even still, what am I still missing about my work life? Maybe there's a volunteer opportunity for you. Maybe there's a mentoring opportunity for you. Or maybe you can teach a class. Maybe you too start a YouTube channel and do what you love. But that's what this phase is all about. And then eventually you'll settle into a routine. You'll find your life again has meaning, purpose, and that you're comfortable and passionate about it every single day. If you have comments or questions or are struggling with something, please comment below and I promise to respond to you. Now, I produce a lifestyle retirement video every Saturday and a Money Minute Monday video every Monday. Retirement really can be so rewarding, but you just need to tweak it and work on it a little bit and then find the retirement that just gives yourself life. I'm also creating an amazing retirement community on Facebook, and I'd love to have you join me there. Go to facebook.com/groups/lifestartsaretirement. And as I believe more and more people retire, more and more people need to hear this information. So please subscribe to the video, share it, and thank you. I'm Maureen Dobransky, and this is Life Starts at Retirement.